On a busy Friday afternoon at the city zoo, families filled the pathways with chatter and laughter, but the cheerful mood shifted in an instant. A small golden retriever puppy slipped out of its collar and bolted, squeezing through a gap in the chimpanzee enclosure fence. Gasps and shouts echoed as people realized what had happened. Inside, the chimpanzees froze, watching the intruder. Zoo staff rushed in, radios crackling, preparing for the worst. Then something unexpected happened. Lulu, the troop's elderly chimp, didn't show aggression. Instead, she sat calmly a few feet away, making soft, panting sounds of reassurance. The puppy, tail wagging, moved closer without fear. In a gentle gesture, Lulu scooped up the little dog and held him to her chest as if he were her own. She began grooming his fur, treating him with the same care she once gave her lost infant. Only weeks earlier, Lulu had suffered the death of her baby. Since then, she had withdrawn, refusing food, and isolating herself. The appearance of the puppy awakened something long buried her need to nurture. What followed over the next 2 days amazed everyone. Lulu and the puppy became inseparable. She carried him gently in her arms, shared her meals, and shielded him from the playful roughness of the younger chimps. The puppy, now known as Ben, nestled into her fur, following her wherever she went. Visitors and staff alike were stunned. The unlikely bond was filmed and quickly spread across the internet. Clips of Lulu cradling Ben captured hearts worldwide, turning the pair into an online sensation. But the public didn't know the deeper reason for this attachment. When a zookeeper revealed Lulu's recent loss, the story took on a new meaning. This was not simply play. Lulu was finding healing in her new role, her grief easing as she cared for Ben. The transformation was remarkable. Once withdrawn and silent, Lulu now had purpose again. The small puppy had pulled her from the shadow of depression, giving her comfort and a reason to rejoin the world around her. The zoo faced a difficult choice. Allowing a puppy to live inside a chimpanzee enclosure was unusual, but the benefits were undeniable. After consulting with animal behaviorists, they decided to keep Ben close to Lulu under careful supervision. Under the watchful eyes of the staff, Ben adapted quickly to his new surroundings. He played near the younger chimps, but always returned to Lulu's side. She remained protective, keeping him close, especially when the others became too curious or energetic. The staff noticed a dramatic change in Lulu. She was eating again, interacting with the troop, and showing signs of joy. Where she had once sat apart, grieving in silence, she now moved with renewed energy. Ben had brought life back into her days. Visitors to the zoo were amazed to see the bond firsthand. Families stood in awe as Lulu carried Ben across the habitat, her arms wrapped around him as though he were her own. The sight was both touching and unforgettable. News outlets continued to follow the story, highlighting the extraordinary friendship. Experts explained that grooming, feeding, and carrying the puppy were not random behaviors but deep maternal instincts returning after a painful loss. Lulu wasn't just protecting a companion, she was fulfilling her need to be a mother again. The pairing became a symbol of hope, showing that even in the animal world, comfort and healing can be found in the most unexpected ways. The zoo kept monitoring the pair closely, making sure both Lulu and Ben were safe. What they saw was a daily display of tenderness. Lulu carried Ben everywhere, even when she climbed or rested. At night, the puppy curled against her as though he belonged there all along. The story continued to spread far beyond the zoo. Online viewers were touched by the images of a grieving chimp who found healing through an unexpected companion. Many called it proof of the power of love and connection across species. For Lulu, the loss of her baby had left a wound no one could mend. Yet Ben gave her something she desperately needed, a chance to care, to nurture, and to love again. And for Ben, the comfort of Lulu's arms became his safe world. Together, they showed that even the deepest sorrow can be eased by an unlikely friendship.